Hello everyone and welcome to World Responders video tutorial number 3. We are here in our account, John Doe. The actual name of the autoresponder is John Doe Newsletter at worldresponders.com. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to look at creating our first outgoing message. Whenever somebody signs up for the form, that's the one we created in our last video, whenever somebody puts their first name and email address in here, they're going to receive a response from their account at worldresponders.com. So what we want to do is go into messages. Now messages, what this particular tab does, the difference between messages and send mail, messages would include pre-written emails, and those would be added in sequential order. For example, we could have 5 messages separated by 5 days, and each message could include information about a different aspect of our company, about different products and services, or about special offers, things of that nature. Just had another incoming email there. So we're going under messages and we're going to create our first initial response. Now you don't have to create multiple emails. Currently I have 2 set up in here. You can set up to 52. Again, these are pre-written messages that are set to go out on a delayed schedule. So the first one goes out immediately, and I have another one set up to go out 2 days after the first one. Now at any time I can just go to send mail here and just mail all subscribers any message I want, any special I create, or any newsletter that I have to go out. The difference between send mail and the messages are these are pre-written messages, so that's how you can understand the difference between these 2 tabs. Okay, so there's 2 types of messages we can create. We can create a plain text message or an HTML message. Now I'm going to show you from my own inbox the difference. Okay, this is an HTML email message that I received here today from a marketing person named Terry Dean. And you can see in here, here's all text. His name is actually a graphic that's considered an HTML email. And the header up here is also a graphic. That's another HTML type of email. Now if we go to a plain text email, you'll see the difference right away. Okay, here's one that I subscribed to from someone called Dale Woodland. Now here you can see that all this is nothing but text. There aren't any pictures or graphics or anything, just the text and the links, and that's all there is. Now what's the difference between the 2 beside the obvious? The difference is that a plain text email has a greater chance of making it by the spam filters and the blocks that are currently being used by companies such as AOL or Hotmail or MSN or any of those. Plain text has the greatest delivery rate, or the highest delivery rate. HTML, of course, has advantages because you can place a lot more bells and whistles that can help you market a particular product or service. But again, there's usually a happy medium in between the 2. If you're going to use HTML, then don't go graphic crazy, or else your message may not get through. So here we have our initial outgoing message, and we can edit these or change them after we've created them. Here's the little management codes on the side. E is to edit, C is to change, M is to move a message. If you have 5 different messages, you may decide to move message 2 to where message 4 is, and so on and so forth. You can test these messages, which I always suggest. You just click on the T here, and it will actually send you the message so you can see what your subscribers are seeing. And but right now we're going to go like we were just creating this for the first time. Okay, you go in here, and here's the HTML again. I just colored the text. I bolded this a little bit in here. These tags, where we can import information from our subscribers, will mirror the tags that we have on our actual form. For instance, during our sign-up form, we ask for the first name and email address. So we can use first name and email address in our outgoing messages, and it will pull that information out. So if a person signs up and their name is John, if you put this tag in here, first name, it will replace this in the outgoing message, and it will say, John, thank you for subscribing to my newsletter. And then here in the body of the message, it will say, hello, John, comma, thank you for subscribing to the newsletter. Now if we go down here, you see we also have to include the plain text of what we have above here in HTML. And that's just an added feature that will ensure a higher delivery rate if the mail client for your subscriber rejects your HTML email, then there are times it can substitute this message. I'm just going to copy it right there. Oops. It can substitute the HTML for the plain text message below. So we would just paste that in there, and then we would go down here to save our message. So that's our first outgoing message. And as I was saying, you can create up to 52 of these outgoing ones in sequential order. If you have a variety of products and services you would like to talk about, you can talk about a little one in each email, or you can actually market one particular one in a series of emails, and then in the next series of emails you can do that. Most people I know only will put one or two messages, one to thank them, one to ask them if they have any questions or things of that nature, and then from that point on they basically go here to send mail and mail all subscribers when they're sending out their outgoing messages. One quick thing on if you want to mail all of your subscribers, even though we don't have any on here, again you can select HTML or plain text, and you click send now. You put your subject line in here. Now if you forget your personalization tags, like the first name, you forget that it's first name with a bracket around it, you click on this button here, and it will pull up the whole list of tags that you can use. First name, last name. Again, you have to ask for this information on the initial sign-up form in order for it to be useful in your outgoing messages, but you can do that. Okay, and then you would type your message here, and don't forget you have to add this also below. Paste it in your plain text, and then you just send your message. So that's how you send messages. It's very simple. This is how you set up your initial outgoing messages. So you want to make sure you do that before you start sending messages, and you need to have that done before you actually go live with your form, or else the people will receive nothing but a blank email from you. So if you have any questions, please be sure to visit us at worldresponders.com. You can fill out a trouble ticket. All you have to do is, when you get to our main page, just click on the support tab here, fill out the information. We'll be happy to help you with anything. And that will do it for this video. We'll see you on the next video.